Right now at 5:30, we continue to follow that breaking news out of Cobb County, where police just gave an update on a shooting investigation.
Yeah, they say officers shot and killed a man after he tried to run from a traffic stop. We want to get straight to 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn. He is live from Old Floyd Road at Fontaine Road, not too far from Veterans Memorial Highway. Cody, we can see you're in front of that Chevron station, live at the scene where this happened. What are you learning from police at this hour?
So, Faith and Jonathan, what we have been told by Cobb County Police, this started with a traffic stop. They apparently were trying to pull over this box truck you see behind me that had a stolen tag on it. Now, according to Cobb County Police, they say that driver did not stop, and witnesses say this truck actually started ramming vehicles in this parking lot. And then you can see 3 Cobb County police officers, cruisers here, engaged in this truck, which during that crash apparently it caused the fire to the back of that box truck. And we have some video from earlier. We saw that suspect being wheeled from this gas station to the hospital, where we have confirmed that suspect has since died after this shooting this afternoon. Again, unclear why this suspect decided to run, but the initial statement from Cobb County Police is they got a stolen tag on that vehicle. Unclear if he actually stole that vehicle or if that was just a tag he put on there. There's still a lot of information to be worked out here. I can tell you the GBI just showed up on the scene. They have 1 agent here. We're still waiting on the GBI crime scene techs to show up and start processing this crime scene. That is going to take several hours here, as there were multiple shots fired. Then you have the crashes and the fire here, and then you have civilian vehicles that were involved in this as well. But as you can see back out here live at the Chevron station, it is closed. There are multiple witnesses who will be interviewed by not only the GBI but also the Cobb County Police Department. The chief deputy was here on scene. They will actually do their own internal investigation parallel to the GBI investigation. These officers who fired their weapons will be on administrative leave. That is normal. I'm not saying they did anything wrong, but that's just how this operates. They will be off duty until they are cleared to come back on duty to get back out here on the streets. But the good news here, no police officers were hurt in this shooting. Unfortunately, though, this suspect was shot and killed this afternoon, and we're told all this started unfolding just before 3 o'clock.
And Cody, we can see a number of police vehicles behind you. Do we know exactly perhaps how many officers were involved and how many may be on leave?
Well, you guys saw that news conference we carried live at the top of the 5 o'clock hour. The police not giving us much information at all, confirming what we have relayed to our viewers at this point. We did ask, but they're not telling us how many officers opened fire. But that's something the GBI will be looking into and put out there. I should say this is the 3rd officer-involved shooting here in Cobb County since the end of January. This is the first fatal officer-involved shooting out of those 2. The last one we saw the beginning of March over at Six Flags, and all that chaos unfolded. So again, this scene will be active for the next several hours as the GBI just now beginning their investigation into this shooting.
Cody, I guess we have to wrap. I did have one more question, though, if it's okay. Do we know if they're going to give another press conference anytime soon to get more information?
Typically, we get that one news conference from the investigating agency who was involved in this shooting. The GBI rarely ever comes out and gives any type of live update. So hopefully, though, by the 11 o'clock tonight, we will get a new press release identifying who this suspect was and a little bit more information on what actually transpired here behind us. But obviously, you can see there was a crash, there was engagement with these officers, and unfortunately, shots were fired and the suspect was killed.